Well, done a lot of washing of lawnmowers today, so I thought I'd better fill the water. I use quite a bit. I don't like getting below half of this. And we're all the way down to 1. I don't know why. I just don't like. Well, I know why. The well, as you know, is old, so the pumps faster than the well's recovery rate. So I can only fill about half of it, and then I got to stop and wait for the well to fill back up. And if I forget, then I run the well dry. So you might think that we've got a Husqvarna convention going on. So I've told you about this guy who cuts grass around here as a business. So that's his, and that's his. But apparently his brother just joined the team, and that's his brother's. His brothers wouldn't start, so they brought it over, and I cleaned the carburetor. And then he wanted it tuned up and, oil serviced and all that. We got a valve cover leak, so I'll fix that. Put a new battery in it because battery was dead. So, all this work. This guy here that's got the business, he also brought the Cub Cadet over. So, a lot of money. What else is going on? Lady just called, said they're going to drop off a mower. The mailman, I swear, sometimes I think he's messing with me. So, I had a lot of packages today, and I knew I did. So I went up with the wagon, this wagon here, and I set it by the road, waiting for the mailman. Of course, he runs late. When I have a lot of packages, he always runs late. I don't know why. Yeah, he can get here at 9:30, usually does, but if I have a package, then, or multiple packages, it looks like a busy day, 10:30, 11 o'clock. The other day it was 12:30. So, I just, every little thing, I interrupt this program to bring you this announcement. As I was sitting here making a video, the lady I told you that was going to bring up by their mower, brought by their mower. And Fluffy paid them a visit. They think it was a pack rat. And it's done some damage. I can see some damage right away. Right there. That wire's chewed up. And you're not going to be able to see another wire that I saw, but I saw back here. There's some wires chewed up back here. So this is going to be a tough one. Trying to trace out every wire to make sure that they're all okay. I'm sure a fuse is blown, so I got to find the fuse. Usually on the Troy belt there in the back, but I don't see it. So there's a bigger opening. Oh wait. So yeah, might take this tire off. It might make the life a little easier. We'll have to dig it. We'll take that battery out and look in there and see what's going on. The battery's good. That's nice. Yep, there's another chewed wire. Oh, that one's chewed in half. See, right there. So that'll be fun. We'll just have to trace them out. Well, that'll be a good project. Let's see what else is going on. I guess that's it. Gotta take the panels off. This will be a significant project. And then my tools here. So I was talking about the mailman. Oh, well, see, I told you, if I get distracted, I end up filling it too much, and I run the well dry. So that's exactly what happened. So I'm letting it fill up now, and I just got a little bit more to go. And then hopefully we can get that finished off soon. Well, not hopefully, we will get that finished off soon. But when he came over, I got completely distracted. So anyway, back to the mailman. So I don't know, it just always seems like if there's I got packages, he knows. So he takes forever. So Amazon got to the post office at I think 8:10 this morning, which isn't terrible. Well, he didn't receive the packages in to the post office until 9:45. So usually he leaves at 3:30. And then he loads his truck, and as he's taking the packages out of the post office, this is what's confusing me. It seems to me that the Amazon puts the packages into a truck of some sort, and then he takes packages, takes them out of the truck, puts them in the post office, and then scans them and puts them in his vehicle. So when he scans them, it says out for delivery. So it was out for delivery at, I don't know, 10:15 or so, 10:30. But he didn't get here until 11:30. So he's still loading packages. Well, I had my wagon up there because I knew I was going to get a lot of packages. I had a belt, a starter, 2 sets of inner tubes, a carburetor, and an ignition, a cable, a bale cable for push mower. And so I knew I had a lot of packages. And he shows up with 2. And he says, "Were you expecting a lot of packages today?" And I said, "Well, yeah, I was." "Well, they must be coming UPS because I only got 2 packages." Oh, okay. Fortunately, the 2 packages that he gave me were the 2 that I needed the most. So, you know, I was able to get to work. Now, one of the packages had multiple items in it: the carburetor, the cable, the belt, and the starter. The other package had some inner tubes in it, but I had another package of inner tubes that I was supposed to get for the front wheels, those to be specific, and he didn't have those. So now when the mailman gets here, I try to run up there and grab the packages so he doesn't have to get out of the truck. I don't want people on the property more than necessary, because if they get hurt, they can sue me. So I try to keep them off the property. Even though UPS and FedEx, I try to run up there. I pay attention to see when they show up. So he goes down the road, and I hear him stop. Well, I guess he's at the next post, mailbox, and it just sits there. I hear it running, and I don't know, 3 or 4 minutes later, he says, "Oh, got another one for you." He's walking up the hill. So I'm rearranging lawnmowers, push mowers, trying to get everything out of the way so I can work on that belt that was sitting here. So what did I have to do? I had to run up there, even though I was prepared with the cart and the whole thing. I had to run up there. Well, I didn't get to him fast enough. So he tosses me the package. Well, I'm blind on one eye. I have no depth perception anymore. I can't catch anything. And of course I drop it. I mean, good thing it was just inner tubes. So I always think he's messing with me. He's done that before. He's left packages here, and I'll look at Amazon and I didn't get all the packages. It says out for delivery. So I'll go up to the post office and I'll ask, "Hey, just making sure that my packages got onto the delivery car." And I explain that I'm the first stop. I'm the first stop here on his route. And I said, "He brought me 2 packages, but there should be another one. Just making sure it didn't get left behind. Maybe it's here." He says, "Let me check." So he goes back and checks and comes back out and says, "Let me give the driver a call." I said, "Okay." Calls him. He says, "Yeah, I just didn't want to get out of the truck this morning. It was raining. I'll bring it to him this evening when I get back to the post office." What? I mean, I guess that's okay. I mean, it's fine, but I don't know. I just think he's messing with me sometimes. So, well, hey, it stayed pretty cool today. That was nice. I mean, it's starting to get hot now, but it's been cloudy, thunders. We've had a little bit of drizzle, but they were predicting a lot of rain. And just to the northwest of us, just a little bit, they got 3 inches of rain today. So it was nice and cool this morning. Chilly, actually. I had to put on a sweatshirt. Carolyn was pretty comfortable. It was a nice day. I was able to put inner tubes on. Inner tubes is a pretty laborious job. I mean, I came out yesterday to work on the Beast. All I did was take the carburetor off, Brought it over here, shook it a few times because the float got stuck. I was trying to climb a hill and the float in the carburetor got jammed up. So I shook it a few times, put the carburetor back on, and I was just saturated, just soaked. So it didn't take much yesterday, but today it was nice and cool, and I was able to get those inner tubes. Like I said, it's pretty laborious to get an inner tube into a tire, so that was nice. And I got a lot of the work done today. I think the guy with the Husqvarna is supposed to be here today. That'd be a nice little paycheck. And then tomorrow I'll work on his brother's mower. That'd be another nice paycheck because there's a lot of work that needs to be done on that. And then what else is there? I guess, oh, and then I guess I'll start on that Troy-Bilt. I got a push mower over here I got to work on, but I don't get all the parts until next week. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to see if we can get that well started again. I probably haven't waited long enough, but I'd like to get that filled up before the sun goes down. My inverter, that's the pressure washer there. The inverter that runs this well pump can run that pressure washer too. But here recently, it's not been able to do it. Sometimes it can, sometimes it can't. So like today, I used it to wash both Husqvarnas off the inverter. Did fine, had no problems with it. And then I noticed that I missed a spot on one of the tires, so this was, you know, half hour later. So I just plug it back in again, and it couldn't do it. I had to hook up the generator. So that confuses me. I'm not really sure why sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. One of the things Google said, maybe I should try this. Maybe I'll do this as soon as I'm done filling the well. And I was just sitting here talking to you about it. One of the things they say is this nozzle can get clogged up with dirt. So we'll try it without the nozzle once I'm done with the well. See what happens. I don't think that's the issue because I wasn't pushing the handle. Yeah, I was just plugging it in and it wouldn't start, so that's not going to be the issue. Never mind. But I don't get it. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And then we'll come back over here and make sure we don't overfill too bad. Yeah, we got a few minutes. So it appears the tubes are holding up. They're not deflating on me, that's good. So I got the front end jacked up. I'll get those tubes in the morning when it's cool. Cooler, that way I don't just sweat profusely. And then I'll get this put over there and we'll do a service on it. And then we can get that one out of here. I hear it gurgling. So we'll go shut it off. I don't know, today Carolyn started making, you know, we eat a brunch, kind of like a late lunch, early supper, and she started making that meal today. I could not believe it was already 1 o'clock when it just didn't feel like that much of a day had went by. So we'll go down here and start the inverter. So I know the inverter's working, you know, with that power washer, because it runs the well pump. And I know the pressure washer is working because it runs with the generator. For some reason, sometimes the pressure washer just pulls more wattage than what the inverter can handle. So the inverter shuts off. It's hot in there. Whew. Okay, so I guess that's all I'm doing today. So I better get inside and get my video released for today and cool off and drink some water. So if you'll click this up next box, it'll take you to a video over to my other channel. Really appreciate if you go check it out. So if I can inspire you to work hard, so you live your dreams. Thanks for watching.